Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. I'm going to make a series out of this one because I played 3 brand games in a row, all 3 being the mid character and being mid against 3 different uh, types of characters. The first one we're going to look at is Veigar. So I'm playing Brand against Veigar. We're going to see Twisted Fate and Misfortune 2. And although I lose the first 2 games and they're very short, I just want to look at how to play mid lane against these characters.
Welcome to Summoner's
So
Rift.
the rest of the game really doesn't matter, the rest of the game is horrible, but yeah, we'll see. So this is only my second game with Brand, so I'm asking someone else to take mid because, well, with a new character going mid is very hard normally. In this case it wasn't too bad, since Brand is a pretty decent character mid. He has
30
large
seconds
AoE
until minions
spells,
spawn.
especially the E and, well, the W of course. The W, the Pillar of Flame, is of course an AoE spell. It's very easy to target the minions with. But then if you follow it up with the E spell, Conflagration, then that spell does AoE damage as well. And if you spread it apart by like 3 seconds, or well, almost 4
Minions have
seconds, it
spawned.
does the most damage. Anyway, my tactic is going to be, as usual, to stay back, to see where I can find some opportunities to harass, and once I have harassed enough to actually get the kill, to try and get the kill, but I'm not someone who likes to tower dive, so I'm not going to.
You can't contain me, Summoner.
So here we go, I see that it's Veigar, and Veigar has the main problem for me in this case, that he's quite long range, but also that his ultimate is going to do a lot of damage, since I am a caster. So once I get AP, he will totally destroy me with his ultimate. And I have to take care of that. Veigar isn't very fast, so I can harass him pretty well. At this moment I'm not chaining my spells properly. You should of course chain your spells so that they do maximum damage. But so far I'm just harassing with the leftover mana I have, so with the... yeah, I'm not using too much mana to actually get the damage in. I just want him to use his healing potions. I'm not going for the kill here, I'm going for some early damage, so that he's scared of me and he stays away from me. Veigar is very weak in that he has very little HP, very low HP. And I'm using that to my advantage
I am the fire
to
that
by
cleanses
harassing
the
him
world.
early game. And then
First
he thinks that
blood.
my spells do way more damage than they do, because if you get damage at level 1, it seems that spells do an enormous amount of damage, whereas you are level, I don't know, 10, 11, the same spell does about half the damage, because your armor is going up. Well, your magic resist isn't, but your life points are also getting. And I'm pretending here to actually want to go for the kill, while all I do is just harass him and, well, keep him away from me. And as you can see, he doesn't get a lot of last hits. He does get some, of course, because with his range on his Q spell, there's nothing I can do to prevent him from farming there. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm not very good at not pushing the lane here. I use too many area of effect spells to kill the minions, so to last hit. You should of course normally only do this with your auto attack.
The inferno begins.
But it's okay since they have no jungler. With a jungler, this whole principle of how to lane versus someone is going to be completely different because you have to stay back further. I'm way overextended here, but I'm counting on my teammates to give me a warning when someone is missing.
Some say the world
And
will end in fire.
if you're one of these people in the side lanes, don't just say, yeah, I'm missing someone. No, say where he's missing from and preferably who you're missing.
Fires of vengeance.
So nobody in these kind of in these kind of ELO levels takes care of actually knowing where everybody is. So it is very useful to say miss cannon bot or something, or even miss bot, because then I know that he's going to come from the bottom if he comes at all. Yeah, overstep my boundaries a little bit there.
You can't contain me, summoner.
So as you can see, I'm staying away from Veigar, only moving in to cast a spell,
Like wildfire.
and for the rest I'm staying well out of range. He hasn't used his stun once, which to me means that he's not very good, because he could have damaged me a number of times already,
I am free.
but so far he hasn't done so.
Going.
So he doesn't have any healing potions anymore, and every damage I do now is going to count towards, well, him having to recall. Meaning that with a jungler, now it would be the time that I'm being ganked.
I am the fire that cleanses the
But
world.
since they have no jungler, there's nothing to worry about. But the harassment thing, so you trying to harass your opponent, is still true. You still want to do that even with a jungler, only you will have to switch up how you kill the minions by just last hitting them. Oh, by the way, this was the wrong. Well, I did that completely wrong. You have to cast W first and then E to follow up immediately, since on a champion. Since the E is almost instantly and the W takes some time. Because now I warned him that I was going to cast it by casting E first. So I'm going back home here because I'm out of mana. And I'm getting some items here. Some extra healing.
Like wildfire.
So I'm starting Catalyst first because I'm against Veigar. Since if I take AP now, he's going to destroy me with his ultimates. And now I don't have AP. My spells still do a decent amount of damage for now, since he doesn't have any magic resist. But my health just increased by a lot. And that's so important, since, well, he does the spike damage and only does damage, well, normally when he's stunned, or when he stuns me, I mean. And I'm taking care of that, so the first time he actually uses stun, he uses it completely incorrect. Because he was way too late on the black matter, the comment of that.
An enemy has been
And he
slain.
totally doesn't use his Q skill correctly, because he doesn't get the kills with it. See, again, he misses his Q skill.
Yes.
So that was his ultimate, and as you can see, it did like 200 damage, while I have 1350 life. So that's completely useless against me. Had I taken, well, let's say a
An ally
blasting
has been
wand,
slain.
it would have done about triple the damage with me having far less life. Don't know exactly what the ratio is. I think it's a good ratio on his ultimate.
I will blaze
But anyway, if you're a caster and you're up against Veigar, you really don't want to go